Hello, hello, hello. It is Woke Wednesday. Hello, dear friends. Hello, how are all of you? It is, in fact, Woke Wednesday, and we've made it to another Wednesday. Yay, this hellscape that we call America. You never know if you're going to make it to another day. Am I right? So, friends, as always, that we do on this good Wednesday, do drop an emoji in the comment section and let me know how you are feeling this week. I will tell you that I had 3 bourbon cocktails last night. 3. And cocktails, but the reality is this. This country is on a fucking track to hell. We have nobody that is going to throw it off the rails. Right now, if you're watching the news, which I just turned off, the Senate is voting on codifying a woman's right to have bodily autonomy, which is most certainly going to fail because we are in a 50-50 Senate situation. They won't nuke the filibuster to restore any of our rights, not voting rights, not the right to an abortion, not any fucking thing. And, you know, Democrats are out now fucking sending us text messages and emails. How's your inbox doing? How much money have they asked for as of late? You know, how many times have they said to you that you need to get out and vote and that this is apparently all up to us because evidently they actually have no fucking power, right? Oh yes, and by the way, we have given billions of dollars to Ukraine. And now look, I'm not saying that money shouldn't go to Ukraine. They fucking need it. They are literally on the ground fighting with stations and doing the absolute most. But then you can't turn around after you give billions of dollars to Ukraine and then tell the American people that you don't got money for us, right? We say this every fucking time. They can pass as many bills as they want to, you know, inflate the fucking Pentagon, to inflate our military, which then inflates the police, the state-sanctioned violence that is visited upon Black and Latinx communities every single fucking day, that is paid for by our own fucking dollars, but then turn around and tell us that, oh, I'm sorry, Americans, you're on your own because we actually believe you to be lazy and unworthy of your own tax dollars back, because that's what the fuck they do. I posted a question today on a video that I posted. By the way, if you're not following me on TikTok, you should totally be following me on TikTok because at some point I'm going to be stopping doing lives here and do them over there because, you know, friends, the algorithm is better, frankly. And you can connect with more people. But nonetheless, here's the thing. Here's the question that I posed, and I'm going to pose it here and I want you guys to answer. I'm assuming that if you're here, if you're following me, if you're on my page and you come to Woke Wednesdays, that you're a Democrat. So my question right now, and I'll post it a couple of times as people join in, why are you a Democrat? Why are you a Democrat? Let me tell you something. I wake up today. I've been waking up pretty much every day. And I'm just like thinking to myself, I'm not a fucking loser, right? I don't like losing. I don't like playing on losing teams. I don't like cheering on fucking losing teams. So it's amazing to me that I remain a Democrat, a party that is so comfortable with fucking losing. So comfortable, in fact, that it has me starting to ask, how deeply in bed are Democrats with Republicans? How deeply invested are they in the preservation of white supremacy, which in all honesty would make sense, right? Because here's the funny meme that people have been putting out, right? Which is that Republicans will say, fuck you to your face, right? They will say, fuck you, you know, you worthless black person, queer person, this, that, and the other thing. They tell you exactly who they don't value by virtue of what it is that they decide to support or what it is that they want to roll back rights on. Democrats, however, say fuck you, but then at the end put in a smiley emoji to like make you try and feel better. Because either way, they're both fucking you, right? One is just doing it to your face and the other one is just doing it behind your back. So I ask genuinely, why are you a Democrat? Because I'm starting to get to a place where I'm reading articles in The Onion that seem like satire is dead, because the fecklessness of the Democratic Party right now is like, here's the thing, folks. We all knew who the Republicans were. They've always shown us who they are. They are racist. They are misogynist. They are white supremacists. They believe in authoritarianism and have a love affair that is going on with Putin. And they would love to emulate, right, Putin's authoritarian regime in the United States. It's why, right, they didn't bother wanting to investigate the 2016 election and how Russia essentially stole it for Donald Trump, because they realized that as long as they are associated with power, then they maintain it. So they don't care where that power actually comes from, so long as it benefits them. We've always known this to be true. We knew it during the fucking Reagan years. We've known it, right? The thing that I did not, I guess, gather, the thing I didn't expect Democrats to fucking lay down like a welcome mat and just say, yeah, come in, take whatever you want. I didn't expect them to literally be fighting against no one. Joe Biden got on television talking about how inflation is his number one issue. And I'm like, so where does democracy fall on your rate of hierarchy of things that you believe are most important and that your administration is standing for? Is it for the preservation of our democracy? Because let me tell you something, these fucking votes that we are doing that don't go anywhere, I don't want your cosmetic fucking politicking anymore. I don't want cosmetics. I actually want real fucking change. I don't want you to tell me like, look, I can put some rouge and makeup on this fucking pig that we call this country, and then I should be happy with what it is that you give me. It's bullshit. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of being fucking lied to. I'm tired of being lied to by the Democratic Party telling me that they don't have the power to do anything, only to find out, did you know that back in 2018 that Chuck Schumer cut a deal with Mitch McConnell to fast track his fucking federal judges as a way to get Kavanaugh through easily with the Supreme Court nomination? And then we turn around, by the way, this is reporting by Vox News. We turn around and then think that Chuck Schumer is going to be fighting for us. And I'm wondering, sitting around like a fucking asshole, how Donald Trump was able to put in over 200 federal judges on the bench because there was no fucking opposition that was coming from Democrats, because they think that they're going to turn around and Republicans are going to do the same for them. How many fucking times are we going to find out that these motherfuckers are in cahoots with one another? And the people that lose out at the end of the day are us, the American people, who are sitting around still believing that these people have morals and values and are upstanding when they're fucking not. I gotta tell you, you're right. It was 300. You know, sometimes people say it's 200 federal judges. Sometimes they say 300. I don't know. But let me tell you this. It's a fucking lot. It's too many. And it's a fraction of what Biden has been doing. And guess what? We only have 6 more months for Biden to be able to put federal judges on the bench, because once Republicans take back the Senate and take back the House, where do you think that Biden's judge picks are going? I'm certain that he believes that he's going to be able to just walk right up to Capitol Hill, pour a glass of scotch, and sit down and hash things out with Mitch McConnell, his good old buddy who he believes is an honorable man. But I'm pretty sure Mitch McConnell is going to spit in his face, right? Like he did to Barack Obama. But they all think that their whiteness is what's going to be protecting them, and it's not. Right? Also, Democrats believe that the abortion issue right now is going to be their saving grace in midterms. And meanwhile, I'm talking to a lot of Democrats on a regular basis who are just like, yeah, I'm good, because you're not going to do anything with the votes that we give you. It's not as if you are going to codify our very human existence. It's not as if you're going to pass legislation that is going to care for our well-being and the future of our democracy. You're not going to do that. You're going to whine and complain about how bad Republicans are, but then actually do nothing about it. And I'm just fucking tired, right? You have Republicans right now more concerned with who leaked, right? Who the leaker is at the Supreme Court, rather than the fact that women and people with uteruses are completely outraged, right? They're more concerned with the fact that people are protesting in front of judges' homes and in front of senators' homes. Like, what about our privacy? What about our privacy? I bet there are women right now that are saying the very same thing. You expect to overturn Roe v. Wade 50 years later, and you expect to have privacy and consideration, and we, the people, need to have more decorum than the fucking court is showing precedent? Go fuck yourself, right? Like, I am at a place, dear friends, where I trust absolutely no one. I trust no one, and I'm kind of losing my belief in all things. And who did that? I can't say that Republicans alone did it, right? I can tell you that I literally ask myself, why am I a Democrat? Why don't I just become an independent? Why don't I just say, you know what, fuck it, and just go over to the Green Party and start from the grassroots and start building that shit up? Because let me tell you, the choice between the white supremacist, white evangelical Christian cult and then the feckless, spineless, fucking coward Democrats, that's not actually a real choice. But it's the only one that we're making in America. You know, I'm about blowing up the binary in a whole lot of ways, but definitely politically, right? Like, why do we only have a two-party system? And then when one of them turns into a cult and then the other one is still pretending that all is well, I'm supposed to put my faith and allegiance in them? Give me a fucking break. They throw their own people under the bus. Every single time that you have seen members of the squad or members of the progressive wing of the Democratic Party actually want to stand up for the American people, do you know what Nancy Pelosi and the rest of them do? They turn around, circle the wagons, and wave their finger at them. Oh, you need to stay in line. You're doing too much, right? Oh, you're doing too much? You're doing too fucking little. So where is it that we meet in the middle here? You don't offer the American people a way fucking out. And right now, food banks, by the way, are becoming overrun across the country with people with fucking jobs. These people have jobs, but they can't afford the cost of fucking meat right now and the cost of gas. I'm listening to people, including my own fucking parents, that are showing up at the gas station, putting in $60, $70, $80. And then you're going to a job where you haven't seen an increase in your pay. Then I'm going to the grocery store and now I'm paying double the price for a fucking thing of chicken than I did 2 weeks ago. Where the fuck are we? But you want me to rest my hope in this fucking Democratic Party that ain't doing dick? No, I'm not going to. And then for those people who continue to tell me that I need to not come for my own, tell me who the fuck am I in town? And like pat Democrats on the head and say, well, you're doing the best you can. Why is it that they always seem to be doing the best that they can, but when Republicans are in power, they do the fucking most? Are we how is that? Are we operating off of the same books? Are we operating off of the same laws? Or do they just not give a shit? And let me tell you something. There are certain laws and policies and decorum that are made to be broken. Do you understand that, right? Like, we had slavery. That was a part of the fucking law. Right? You had the Holocaust in Germany. That was part of the fucking law. There are some times when the law does not meet the fucking moment that you are in. But it takes courage, right? And conviction in order to bring that truth to the people. So tell me right now, what Democrat is bringing truth to the people? Because it certainly is not the President of the United States. It certainly is not when you are talking more tough, talking tougher on fucking Putin and the Department of Justice rolling out and saying, we have a Russian oligarch task force. And I'm like, bitch, where's your insurrection task force? Where's the work that you're doing for the American oligarchs? Why is everyone else, including the House 1-6 Commission, journalists, and fucking colleges doing more investigation on the architects of the insurrection than the fucking Department of Justice that is the only body that has the ability to bring criminal charges? Tell me that. And don't tell me like, oh, they have a lot on their plate. I have a lot on my plate, and I manage to do the fucking most on a regular basis. So I just, The benefit of the doubt, you have lost me at this point. 6 months headed into a midterm election on the precipice of losing abortion in this country. Meanwhile, you got places like fucking Mexico, right? Mexico, who this country loves to talk down on and talk shit about, and is a Catholic fucking nation, just approved abortion across the country. But we about to lose it, so you gonna see people running to the border in a whole different way. We keep talking about American excellence, and I keep saying where. Tell me where I should look for it, because I don't see it. Not when people, regular Americans, are making a decision between how much gas they should put in their car and what the fuck they're going to have for dinner. Does this seem like the America that you've been growing up in? I am so sick and fucking tired of the tepidness, of the bullshit. Biden's number one priority should be to make sure that Republicans never have power ever fucking again. And then once you get that done, then you can deal with everything else. Now he wants to start rolling out language like their extreme views. Their extreme views? They tried to kill the Vice President of the United States on the steps of the Capitol. John Eastman, thanks to Politico's reporting, we see spent the whole month of December, 3 weeks after the fucking election, trying to throw out Joe Biden's electors. And you see, by virtue of the title that Politico even put in today, they say that this was a coup in search of a law to match it up. So the only reason why we're not talking about President Donald Trump or dictator Donald Trump is for a handful of people who decided that the Constitution wasn't just a fucking suggestion. But do you think you're getting another chance? Right? The insurrection didn't stop. It stopped the physical insurrection that was happening outside of the Capitol building, but this train's still moving. And ain't nobody doing dick about it. Joe Biden going around to places in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and in Delaware, in the middle of the country where real Americans live. Why don't we stop using euphemisms for saying real Americans and just say that you only give a fuck about white people? And that white people are clearly the only ones that work in this country. Not, of course, the descendants of the enslaved people that you brought here because white people were too fucking lazy, right? Like, no, not those people. Again, I see a news report about what? Oh, the amount of Native American children that the United States stole and tortured and beat and murdered in residential schools. And now there is a case, right, that is being brought before the American public about what they did to Native Americans, right? Oh, I'm still waiting on also the case of what you did to black people and what you continue to do. We love right now, and I do this too. I have succumbed to it as well. We talk about the Handmaid's Tale and people saying, oh my God, Gilead is coming here and it's going to be the Handmaid's Tale. And you know what somebody reminded me of? It has always been the Handmaid's Tale if you are a black person, if you are an indigenous person, if you are a brown person in these United States. We have had our babies stolen, our uteruses regulated, we have been sterilized, we have been beaten, abused, and raped. Right? Since the beginning of fucking time. So you want to talk about who's living in what Handmaid's Tale? The only thing that is being visited on you is what has always been happening to BIPOC people in this fucking country. So again, I ask you, where is the excellence that I'm looking for? The reason why there is a war right now in our schools and at our school boards is so that white people remain as fucking ignorant as possible. Because you see, once you know something, you are compelled to actually fucking do something. But if you have the comfort of being able to stick your fucking head in the sand, then guess what? Oh, these people must just all be making shit up. No, we're not. You just don't record our fucking history.